What if you could semi-retire, work just a few hours a day, and still live in some of the best cities in the world? Retirement is changing. It's no longer about stopping work completely. More people are choosing something in between. A lifestyle where you still earn income, but also enjoy freedom, flexibility, and a slower pace of life. This is what many call semi-retirement. And thanks to remote work, it's more possible than ever. You can live in a beautiful city, work just a few hours a day, and spend the rest of your time enjoying life. But here's the catch. Not every city is ideal for this lifestyle. Some are too expensive. Some lack reliable internet. Some don't have the right balance of comfort and affordability. So in this video, we're exploring the best cities in the world for semi-retirement. We're breaking down the cities that offer the best mix of work and lifestyle. And by the end of this video, you'll have a clear idea of where you could start your semi-retirement journey. What makes a city perfect for semi-retirement? Semi-retirement is about balance. You're not fully retired, but you're also not working full-time. So the ideal city needs to offer affordable cost of living, reliable internet, comfortable lifestyle, healthcare access, and a relaxed pace of life. But there's also something less obvious, the feel of the city. Some places feel stressful, others feel effortless, and that feeling often determines long-term happiness. Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok is one of the great cities on earth, full stop. The energy of this place is unlike anywhere I've ever been. A massive, chaotic, endlessly fascinating megalopolis of 11 million people that somehow also contains moments of profound calm. The temples, the river at dawn, the night markets, the food. The food. Cost of living. A one-bedroom apartment in a good Bangkok neighborhood, Sukhumvit, Silam, Airy, or Thonglor, ranges from $400 to $900 per month. In Airy or Lad Prau, which are increasingly popular with the remote work crowd for being less touristy and more authentically Bangkok, you can find excellent one-bedrooms for $400 to $600. Internet. Bangkok's internet infrastructure is excellent. TrueMove H and AIS offer 5G and fast 4G everywhere. Fiber is available in most modern condos. Co-working spaces are excellent and numerous. Hubba, The Hive, Camp, and dozens of independent spaces scattered across the city. For remote work, Bangkok is among the best connected cities in Southeast Asia. Medellín, Colombia. Cost of living. This is where Medellín genuinely shines for semi-retirees. A one-bedroom apartment in El Poblado, the most popular expat neighborhood, full of restaurants, cafes, and nightlife, runs $500 to $900 per month. In Laureles, slightly more local feeling, slightly cheaper, many people's preferred choice after they've been in El Poblado for a while, $400 to $750. Internet. Good and improving. Fiber is available in most middle-class and upper neighborhoods. Speeds of 50 to 200 Mbps are achievable in El Poblado and Laureles. Co-working spaces are excellent and numerous. Selena, Adam House, and many independents cater specifically to the remote work crowd. Some connectivity issues in power outages during heavy rain. Backup mobile data recommended. Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon is the coolest capital city in Europe right now. That's not a controversial statement, it's a consensus. The combination of history, architecture, Atlantic Ocean access, food, music culture, fado, the mournful Portuguese folk tradition that echoes through the Alfama at night, and a quality of life that somehow manages to feel both buzzing and unhurried. Lisbon has a rare thing, energy without aggression. Life happens here at a pace that you can actually enjoy. Cost of living. A one-bedroom apartment in central Lisbon, Chiado, Príncipe Real, Muraria, now runs $1,200 to €2,000 per month. That's no longer a geo-arbitrage play for someone coming from London or New York. It's roughly comparable. However, move 20 to 40 minutes from the center to the Setúbal Peninsula, to Almada, to areas of Amadora or Odavilas, and rents drop to 700 to 1100 euros. Internet. Portugal's internet infrastructure is excellent. NOS, Vodafone, and Mio all offer fast, reliable fiber. Lisbon has an outstanding co-working scene. Second Home Lisbon, the famous Jungle Office, Hedon, Village Underground, and dozens of independents. For remote work, Lisbon is one of the best connected cities in southern Europe. Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is where the digital nomad movement was born. Not in Silicon Valley, not in Bali, in Chiang Mai. In the early 2010s, a small community of location-independent workers discovered this northern Thai city. Cheap, charming, covered with temples, surrounded by jungle, with fast internet and great coffee. They wrote about it, others came, the cycle repeated. Today, Chiang Mai is one of the most developed nomad ecosystems on Earth, and it's been doing this longer than anywhere else. Cost of living. Chiang Mai is the most affordable city on this list, comfortably. A one-bedroom apartment, clean, modern, air-conditioned, often with a pool, costs 200 to 500 USD per month. A Thai meal from a local restaurant, $1 to $3. Excellent Western food and coffee, $3 to $7. A full monthly grocery budget cooking at home, 100 to 200 USD. Internet. Chiang Mai's internet is fast and reliable in the central areas and Nimen Road corridor. TrueMove H and AIS provide solid 4G and 5G. Fiber in most modern condos. Occasional slowdowns, less common than a decade ago. For remote work, excellent. Valencia. Valencia doesn't have the global name recognition of Barcelona. It doesn't have Madrid's political significance. It's not Lisbon, which has had 5 years of Instagram-fueled global interest. Valencia just quietly goes about being one of the most livable cities in Europe, and a lot of smart, intentional people have figured this out. Valencia is one of the very few major European cities where you can be on the beach in 20 minutes by tram from the city center. Not a token beach, a proper Mediterranean beach, Malvarosa, Las Arenas, kilometers of it. Cost of living. Valencia is meaningfully cheaper than Barcelona, Madrid, and increasingly cheaper than Lisbon. One bedroom in Ruzafa, the hipster neighborhood full of cafes and bars, 700 to 1,000 euros. In El Carmen, historic center, 650 to 950 euros. Outside the premium zones, 500 to 750 euros. Internet. Excellent. Valencia has strong fiber penetration. Co-working spaces, Waco, Smart Brand, La Fabrica are good. The cafe culture is increasingly work-friendly. A reliable, well-connected remote work city. Tbilisi, Georgia. I know what you're thinking. Georgia, that's an unusual choice. And I want you to hold that thought and stay with me, because Tbilisi is quietly one of the most extraordinary cities for semi-retirement on Earth right now, and the people who've discovered it are extremely reluctant to tell everyone else. Cost of living. Tbilisi is extraordinarily affordable by European standards. A nice one-bedroom apartment in Vaque, the upscale neighborhood, or Saburtalo, 400 to 700 USD per month. In Old Tbilisi, the atmospheric historic district with its carved wooden balconies overhanging the narrow streets, 350 to 600 USD. Internet. Tbilisi's internet infrastructure has improved dramatically. Fiber is available widely in the city. 4G coverage is solid. The co-working scene, led by Fabrica, a converted Soviet factory turned creative hub with co-working, hostels, restaurants and bars, and Impact Hub, is genuinely excellent and very affordable. 100 to 150 USD for a co-working membership. Mexico City. Mexico City is one of the largest cities in the world. There are neighborhoods of Mexico City that are as polished, walkable, cafe-dense, and culturally rich as anything in Europe, and there are areas that are a completely different world. For semi-retirees, the neighborhoods that matter are Condesa, Roma Norte, Roma Sur, Polanco, and Coyoacán. These are the neighborhoods where the international community has concentrated and where the infrastructure for a semi-retired remote work life is exceptional. Cost of living. Mexico City sits in an interesting position, more expensive than Southeast Asia, much cheaper than the US or Western Europe, and the price has risen with the influx of remote workers. One bedroom in Condesa or Roma Norte, $700 to $1,400 USD per month. The explosion of American tech workers relocating to CDMX post-COVID drove rents up significantly in these areas. This is worth acknowledging honestly. Internet. Mexico City's internet in the expat neighborhoods is solid. Telmex provides fiber to most modern buildings. Co-working spaces, WeWork, Selena, Colectivo, and dozens of excellent independent spaces are abundant in Condesa and Roma. For remote work, the infrastructure is more than adequate. Bali, Indonesia. Cost of living. A one-bedroom villa or apartment in Canggu, with a private pool if you rent a villa, can be had for $600 to $1,200 USD per month. A simple room or studio, $300 to $500 USD. In Ubud, similar or slightly lower. Food. Indonesian food is excellent, diverse, and cheap. Nasi goreng, satay, gado-gado, fresh grilled fish, a full meal from a warung, $1.50 to $4. Internet. Canggu's internet infrastructure has improved dramatically. Co-working spaces offer excellent, reliable fiber. Residential internet is more variable. Some villas have excellent connections, others have issues. The smart move: choose accommodation that specifically advertises fast Wi-Fi and verify the speed before committing. Malaga, Spain. Malaga is the single best city in Europe for semi-retirement. Not the best city in the world, that's coming, but within Europe, Malaga has figured something out that other cities haven't. Cost of living. Malaga has risen in price but remains significantly below the major northern European cities. One bedroom in the historic center or Soho Arts District, $700 to €1,100 per month. In the La Malagueta beach neighborhood, $800 to €1,200 per month. In the towns along the coast, Torremolinos, Fuengirola, Nerja, Frigilana, €500 to €850 for excellent quality. Porto, Portugal. It's classified as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The old center, Ribeira, the riverside, is one of the most beautiful urban landscapes in the world. Azulejo-tiled buildings, medieval churches, steep cobbled streets, the iconic Dom Luis Bridge crossing the Douro to the port wine caves of Villanueva de Gaia. Cost of living. Porto's key advantage over Lisbon is Porto is significantly cheaper than Lisbon, which has become much more expensive. One bedroom in the desirable Bonfim or Sedofa neighborhoods, €700 to €1,050. In Matosinhos, a beach suburb of Porto, 20 minutes by metro, one of the best places to eat grilled fish in Portugal. Internet. Portugal has excellent internet infrastructure. Porto, as the country's second city, is fully fiber-connected. The co-working scene, Co-work Porto, Porto.io, Nino, and the excellent WIP, Work in Progress, is developed, affordable, and full of interesting people. For remote work, Porto is exemplary.